Q1047, Crisco Kidd Block Party, new at 9, happening right now. Special guest on the show, Kendrick Lamar.
What up, what up?
Yo, man, thank you so much for coming through. I know it's been kind of busy, 2012, 2011, man. I mean, since then, you just been on it, man.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy, but, you know, grind don't stop.
Last year, it was a viral video that went everywhere, man. It was the concert, House of Blues, Game, Snoop, Dre on stage, and they had crowned you the new king of the West Coast.
Right.
How has Kendrick Lamar's life changed, or what has been the difference since that moment, man? Because I've been familiar with you before that.
Right.
I followed the music. Big shouts to Dev. I know she's put me on the Warriors. Talked about you, Ski. I've seen some of his interviews. But yo, how has your life and what has changed career-wise ever since that moment?
You know, more avenues open. You know, from a corporate world standpoint. You know, as far as people that went in the streets and didn't know about Kdot, Kendrick Lamar,
right.
Their eyes open because these moguls is talking about me. And you have the non-believers too. You know, the people that just hop right on the bandwagon as soon as somebody say, you know, this is the next one. When all the time we knew all along, you know, I had the talent and I had the hunger for it and the drive for it and the music to back it.
Right.
Dig what I'm saying? So that's the only thing. You know, you get the naysayers and then they believers all of a sudden. I see them all the time and I know what's genuine. I know what's real. I know who've been rocking with me since day one. I know who've been, you know, just checking up on the music, you know, when said the name, which is nothing wrong with that. But, you know, it gets to a point where you sound like you've been messing with me since a long time ago, and then boom, since said, it's like we're best friends now. That's the only difference. And yeah, I'm excited about it, man. It's surreal every time I get in the studio with them dudes, man, and I think about that moment.
Some of the things that you've noticed about the whole scene, the whole music scene in general in California, man.
The whole scene, I love it. You know why? Because everybody's want to be their own individual now. Nobody's really following each other.
Right.
Nobody can really classify what is the West Coast sound anymore. You know, we still have our groundbreaking, you know, roots of what started. We never leave that. You always hear that in our music. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
The classic boom bap. But these kids is growing up and they want to be themselves and, you know, want to express their own stories, you know?
Right.
Everybody's not doing, you know, gangster rap.
Right.
You know, we still got them elements, but, you know, these kids growing up got different lives and different struggles now. So when you get that and you approach it with music, you're going to get a whole nother vibe and a whole nother feel that people yet can still relate to.
Yeah. And also working with E40 too. I just seen the video, the Catch a Fade, man.
Yeah, that was fun. First off, I've always been a fan of 40. You know,
right.
That's another West Coast legend and still relevant in the game. That's why I have so much respect for him even more. And it was one of them things, man. He just reached out. He seen a young kid on the rise, man, doing his thing, and he respected the music. You know, flew me out to the Bay. You know, I chilled with his folks. You know what I mean? His family brought me in like one of his own, man, and we just locked in and just had fun and came out with that record.
Coachella, man.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. Like two big things that, you know, 2012 so far, man. Coachella, I mean,
Coachella.
What was that experience like for you, man, from your perspective?
Coachella was dope. I always say this. I got caught in just watching the show for a long time.
Yeah.
When I was just backstage, you know what I mean? Because I never got to see Snoop and Dre perform. So a few songs down the line, I forget that I got to go out here and perform just like them. So I had to snap back into artist mode fast. But the whole thing overall was just an experience with Snoop and Dre performing. My first big major festival, going out there and seeing the people. You know, I went from being in Long Beach, California, and 10 people at my shows, all the way to 100,000 people at Coachella.
Yeah.
And they know some of the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I headlined my own few shows
right.
a day before that, 2 days before that, and they knew, you know, the music that I was kicking. That was dope. So the whole thing, man, was just, you know, surreal a few times. Man.
What was it like? Just because I've read this about you, that one thing that influenced you growing up was the fact that you saw the California Love video shoot with Pac and Dre.
Yeah.
What was that moment for you, like seeing Tupac's hologram? Like some people are like, really, yo, that was, I'm with it. Yo, that was, you know, I'm glad Pac was back that moment. Oh, and then other people are like, yo, I didn't really feel that because it was just kind of like, I don't know. People felt uneasy about it, man.
Right.
How was it? How was it?
That moment wasn't for me. It wasn't for anybody of my generation or your generation because we knew who Pac was. I think what the best thing about that moment was letting these kids know this guy's legacy, you know, through their own resources, and that's technology. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My little brothers don't know who Pac was. You know, they know the name, but they don't know how much of an influence he had. I got a 7-year-old little brother. I got a 17-year-old little brother. He knows a little bit, but he don't know exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when they go out and they looking on the internet, or they even there at Coachella, and they see how these people are crying and cheering for this dude for something that's on the screen, what they're going to do is they're going to go back and look up this guy's name, Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying?
And go do the research and find out. Yeah.
So I think that particular time, that was a major move for just the young kids coming up and knowing, you know, their forefathers in this game and who's really had an impact on music. Bro.
Yeah. Yeah. What's some key things that people that's around you while you're recording? Maybe just a key piece of advice that you've learned from Snoop. Key piece of advice that Dre gave you. Anything else that might be influential or important into your developing as an artist that has helped mold you that could be great advice for other people?
You got to keep the negative people out the studio.
For sure.
You can't have somebody in there that's constantly talking about problems or worries or anything that's not involving the actual recording process. You need to let them just go, because what they doing, whether you know it or not, they're messing up your vibe. Vibe and energy is real. You know, we believe in that 100%. So that's something I always knew, but, you know, Snoop and Dre, they confirmed that.
Yeah.
You know, they confirmed that for me, you know. Basically just had a passion for it, period. You know, you can be the best rapper in the world, most talent, you know, most everything. There's something that Fifth told me, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You can have that, you know, all day. You be born with that. But if you don't have the work ethic behind it, then it's not going to go nowhere, because you don't have the actual passion and the drive for it. You know what I'm saying?
Rumor is, and you can confirm it or not, that you and J. Cole, I know y'all put together some records here. Is there a full joint album happening?
Yeah, we working.
Did y'all plan this from the jump? Like, yo, we need to do something together, and like we're gonna start going towards it, or was it like, yo, let's work on this? Yo, okay, yeah, let's do another one.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was just like he was giving me beats, and I was just knocking them out, like bam, 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 bam. Then the idea just came up. You know, we should do a whole project. Let's do something.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it. All right, man. Kendrick Lamar, thank you so much for coming through. Social media, man. They're big fans. They want to follow you more. Go ahead and give it to them.
All day, Twitter at Kendrick Lamar, simple. Facebook at Kendrick Lamar, not the at, but Kendrick Lamar. Google
Kendrick Lamar.
I'll just Google Kendrick Lamar. Google Top Dog Entertainment. Google Absol. Google J Rock, Schoolboy Q. My name will be right there along with theirs.
For sure, man.
All the videos and everything.
Yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by, man.
Appreciate it.
There it is. New at 9, Crisco Kidd Block Party, Q1047.
Yeah.